I'm waiting for my laundry to finish washing and then drying so I have some time. After sharing Tabria's post about the plus size models and how our industry just feels like it's kind of like going away, I wanted to add my experience with it because I feel like maybe sharing will help hopefully change the direction that I feel like we are going towards. But for me, I moved out to LA like 3 years ago, and I never modeled really full-time before. I was living in New York, and I was kind of like still a straight size model. If you guys don't know, previously I had an eating disorder, so I was starving myself and definitely not my size that I am now. Yes, I've gained weight, whatever. I'm not even gonna go into that conversation right now, but just to put it in perspective, I was working about 3, sometimes 5 times a week when I first moved to LA. Consistently, I was working pretty much always. So that was pretty much the case for my first like 2-3 years modeling. If I wasn't booking that much, I was either like being put on hold, which if you're not in the industry, being put on hold means like you're an option. So like they're reaching out, casting girls, they want to hold you for that date because they're interested in you. So I was at least like always on hold, or I was getting called to go to castings, like something was always going on. Since January, I'm not going to say that I haven't worked, because I have. I've been very blessed with clients that have continued to book me, and it's been one of the best parts of my job is like building this like relationship with brands and having a retention rate with clients. So I'm very lucky for that, but there's been like no new brands other than when I went to New York. So when I went to New York, I got to experience a few new brands, which was awesome. But in LA, I'm like, where are the new opportunities? Yeah, so the opportunities are just not there right now. I know my agency's trying really hard to figure out what's going on, and other agencies are doing an amazing job at becoming more inclusive. So it's like, it's not to say that there isn't a ton of amazing, beautiful people working behind this movement. There is. But it's like the people who are, you know, in charge of the money and give like the yes to these brands to say like, continue this is important. They're the ones that we need to be like questioning, like, why is it because we're in like a financial crisis and they can't afford to like have extra sizes? Is that something that's happening? Do they just hate fat? When we already know they hate fat people, so that's the answer to that. But I'm just like, if you think I'm gonna go on Ozempic just so I can book a job, like, you're crazy. The amount of like stress that I put on myself for 7 years taking Adderall to lose weight, I was a psycho. And I think anyone that tries to lose weight quick, for one, and extreme weight loss, you are going to find yourself so mean, angry, anxiety, depression, because you're just like throwing your hormones everywhere. I get it. If you have like an actual doctor, like emergency needs to do it, blood work, whatever the case is, and this is like what you have to do, I get it. Take Ozempic, take Weight Life, do whatever you have to do. But if you can like just go to the gym and eat a whole food diet and work out, and whatever the weight your body ends up being, that's your body weight. Like, you don't need to fight it. I fought it. I took medicine. I went to an agency when I was like, I think I was 15, 16, and they told me even then, when I was not even a size 2, that I wasn't skinny enough. So do not take it trying to think that you need to be like, it's gonna make you, no, they won't. The funny thing is, they won't accept you then. Nobody will accept you. Like, when you do all these things to make people happy, they're still not gonna accept you. So just take that as a lesson that I learned. I lost all the weight. I went to all the top agencies. They declined me. The only moment that I heard a yes was when I finally decided to say fuck you to everybody, and I just did what was best for me, and I got signed to my agency. So, moral of the story, don't fall into this. Please keep speaking up. We can't change our bodies overnight. That's not gonna happen. They need to accept us. We need to be loud about it. They clearly have done it before, and they can do it again. That is the message. I should have just like started with that. If they did it before, they can do it again. They need to know that we are a huge market. The average size woman is a size 16. There's money to be made. They have no reason not to